Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing, from beautiful sunny San Diego in a beautiful park. Now, today we're going to be taking you all across the country, showing you real stories of real professionals in real neighborhoods.
Here we are in Fairway, Kansas, about 12 minutes outside of Kansas City.
We're going to talk about renovation loans, kind of a huge opportunity or a hidden gem to some people in this market.
David, this is a beautiful house.
Ronnie, how long have you been in Prescott and what brings you?
Oh my goodness.
Today we're going to explore the most talked about real estate quandary that's taken the current market by storm.
Caught some big fish, caught some little fish.
Had a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun.
You're going to love today's show. Let's start the American Dream right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
I got it.
Everybody loves these shows about fix and flip and home renovations. Well, we decided to get Ryan Kiefer to show you one in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's go see what Ryan has to say.
Hey everybody, I'm here at the Cincinnati Sports Club today to talk about one of the best kept secrets in mortgage lending right now, and that is renovation loans. Let's head inside right now and talk to the renovation king himself, Mr. Dustin Swaggart. Dustin, what's up, my man?
Oh, what's up, man? You're late, man. What's
Sorry,
going
I'm
on?
late. Well, I was here this morning. This is a two-a-day for me.
2 days.
Yeah, so
Right.
we're here at Cincinnati Sports Club, where I've been a member for over 20 years. You know, locally owned, professionally managed, safest place to be in town. And been able to stay active here since the pandemic started.
Yeah, looking pretty good too.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. We might have to get you to be a member. So I understand you had a pretty significant knee injury just a couple years ago.
Yeah, I had 3 surgeries within 18 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Plate put in.
Plate put in, high tibial osteotomy, so they basically almost cut my tibia all the way across, kind of move it over, put new bone and cartilage in there. It was pretty extensive.
Much like a house, I guess, you know, with renovations, if you have good bones, you can rebuild.
That's right.
So switching gears, you know, we're going to talk about renovation loans, kind of a huge opportunity or a hidden gem to some people in this market, especially with limited inventory out there and listings. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about what you're seeing with reno loans right now?
Oh gosh, reno loans are up probably more than 50% year over year. A lot of people are going for those ugly ducklings because a lot of the properties that are listed and move-in ready are going above list price. So they're forgetting about all these other hidden gems where you can buy them, even if they're ugly, even if they're foreclosed on, finance repairs, long-term, 30-year fixed, and we appraise it subject to those renovations being done. So it's one loan, one payment, and all the work is done after closing.
Oh, wow. Good stuff. Well, let's head over and check out a recent project with our buddy Brad, one that you financed in, and I'll see you over there.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So we're here at a recently renovated house, a great example of our buddy Brad's work inside, who we're going to go check in with. And Dustin, you helped finance the?
Yeah, last year about 100 grand in renovation. Turned out really nice. Let you guys see it.
Yep, let's go check it out. All right, so joined here again by Mr. Dustin, and also joining us, Mr. Brad Reckart with Integrity Restorations. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you on here. So we're here in a beautiful example of some recent work that you just did. Why don't you tell our viewers exactly the size and scope of the project?
Basically, we've taken 3 rooms. We had the living room, the kitchen, and the dining area. Kind of gave it the open concept. The ceilings were 8 foot, raised them up. Put the spray foam insulation in the ceilings, the can lights, and then the beadboard. All new cabinets, nice, granite countertops, vinyl plank flooring.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Sounds like so they purchased this for rough and tough, $200,000, put about $100,000 into it. Would appraise for at least $350 right now from what we're seeing. So instant equity, and I know Dustin, you You see that more often than not, right?
I see that a lot. A lot of people don't know these exist.
Yeah.
That's the issue, is they've heard of 203K before, but there's other options, and they really don't know how they work. And a lot of agents are scared to suggest these types of properties because they don't know what might be behind the walls or wrong with the foundation or something like that. We can do anything from light to moderate, so plumbing, electrical, flooring, roofing, all the way up to major rehab, like room additions, foundation repairs, fixing retaining walls, driveways, or even building pole barns.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for being on. That was great info.
Appreciate it.
We're going to kick it back to you guys in the studio.
Now we're going to take you to the Midwest. I love Midwest people. Adriana Bates is going to show you the American dream of Kansas City. Let's go see Adriana.
Adriana Bates here, another episode of The American Dream. Here we are in Fairway, Kansas, about 12 minutes outside of Kansas City. Sandy's inside of 6215 Reinhardt Drive. Let's go check it out. Come on. I'm sitting here with Sandy McCrae. Thank you so much for having us here at 6215 Reinhardt Drive. And it's a beautiful neighborhood, as you've already seen, with such a gorgeous backdrop behind us of this beautiful golf course. So what we want to talk about today, Sandy, is what you truly love about this home.
Oh my goodness. Well, of course, the first thing is the view. The back of the home faces east, so every morning you can have your coffee either in any of the rooms, because we have windows going all across the back, and watch the sunrise.
So the area, it's a very prestigious area of Kansas City, is that correct?
Well, thank you. People do like to live in this area because it's so close and convenient to the plaza and downtown, so you can get everywhere quickly. And I think, I'm not originally from Kansas City, although I've been here 35 years. I think the thing that's so impressive about Kansas City is that it's a big city that feels like a small town.
I agree. I as well am not originally from Kansas City, but immediately feel a community and a family feel when you do find your little niche. And this is definitely one of those neighborhoods that really accentuates community.
Right.
We are only, how many minutes from downtown?
So you can go get on Shawnee Mission Parkway. You're about 12 minutes from downtown.
12 minutes from downtown. And look behind us. Where can you get that? Here in Kansas City.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about the house.
So we built this home, and it's about a little over 20 years old. We designed it and built it, designed it, of course, so that we could take advantage of the golf course views. And it's a 5-bedroom home, 5 full baths. All the bedrooms have their own bathroom. We did it so that our living space was really our hub.
Yes.
It's a great entertaining house.
Yes.
So we've had school functions here and prom pictures on the circular staircase. And it just has some really great memories for us.
And such a gorgeous kitchen island. So I'm sure you've had everyone just circling around.
Everyone,
and with a beautiful
always.
Backdrop, especially in the evening as well. Tell me a little bit about the market right now. We all know it's a little bit competitive. The inventory's, just really not there yet. And in this price point, though, it's just not as competitive, is it?
Thankfully, I think for buyers, it's not quite as competitive when you get over 1.5 million. The market is the craziest it's been in the 12 years that I've been in it, and I hear that it's the craziest ever. The Board of Realtors realized that people were without homes, and we had to help them find homes because they had sold their home pre-COVID and had to close. It's not unusual now for a home to get 18 offers and go $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 over asking. Contrary to what people think about real estate agents, it's really hard. It's difficult finding homes.
With affordability, though, hopefully the price point can be a little bit more achievable.
Absolutely. The price points are higher.
Yes, especially in that 1.5 and above. With the interest rates being so low currently, maybe your budget was 1 to 1.2. With rates being sub 3% in the jumbo market, it'd be amazing to then bump up your price point slightly to the 1.5, maybe to 1.75 million.
Exactly right, and have the same mortgage payment as we had before.
Well, thank you so much, Sandy, for having us in this beautiful listing.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Now we're going to a new state with a new topic. Luxury real estate in New Mexico with Brian Mosley.
Hi, Brian Mosley here, And today we're going to explore a little bit outside of Albuquerque, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite cities in New Mexico. Right now we're standing next to the Santa Fe Plaza, also known as the heart of Santa Fe. Today I'm going to introduce you to David Roybal, who's one of the top real estate experts in New Mexico, and he's going to show us an amazing home that really embodies that Santa Fe style with a modern flair.
Well, come on in, Mr. Brian.
Awesome. David, this is a beautiful house.
Thanks, man. Thank you for allowing me to showcase the house today and show you around. So you got a really awesome kitchen. It's very open, very high-end cabinetry, very high-end appliances. You have Wolf appliances. You have Sub-Zero refrigerator.
That's great.
Really nice granite. The master suite is really awesome because it really captures a lot of the view.
It just opens up the entire feel of the house.
Yeah, for sure. Inside the master bathroom, you have the double vanity, you have the jet tub, and then really cool big master closet. The cool thing about this house, Brian, is that you have these really awesome commercial grade doors.
And wow, David, this view, I mean, it's just incredible.
It's awesome. That's why people want to buy up here, man. But I want to show you something else. I want to take you down to the downtown area right now.
Great.
And my friend owns a restaurant at the Santa Cafe. We're going to go have some lunch and we could check out the downtown.
That sounds amazing. I'm excited. Let's go. So tell me a little bit more about this restaurant.
You know what? This is actually a restaurant that my friend just picked up. He owns the Coyote Cafe.
Yeah.
And he owns the Coyote Cantina.
The food looks amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We've got low interest rates.
Right.
We've got low inventory.
The consumer is very excited about wanting to get into something. The sellers are very excited because they're able to sell their home and get top dollar.
Sure.
But the challenge that we're having and where there's a big gap is that people want to go out and buy, but they need to sell in order to buy.
Sure.
And they can't go and buy something without selling because there's already multiple offers on something else.
One thing that we've been doing is we've been really talking to our clients about recasting their mortgage. So they can actually buy the house with a small down payment, keep their current home.
Right.
And then when they sell it, they can take the equity from that and apply it towards their new house.
That's smart.
So right now, you know, we're seeing 10, 15 offers above asking price.
Right.
So it's really about separating yourself, trying to find what is going to be appealing to that seller and their needs right now.
And it comes down to communication, man.
Sure.
You want to make sure that you're communicating with your client, but you also want to make sure that you're communicating with the other agent about closing, about terms, and of course, you know, about price.
Yeah. Well, David, thank you so much. This has just been really informative. I appreciate your time. So we got to check out the plaza in Santa Fe today. We also got to check out a beautiful luxury home with a little bit of a Santa Fe twist and a modern flair to it. So thanks for joining us. We're looking forward to seeing you next time on Financing the American Dream.
Now for the next story, Donnell Riggs is going to take us to Prescott, Arizona.
Hey there, welcome to American Dream, a national show about lifestyle, real estate, and culture. My name is Donnell Riggs, and I welcome you to Prescott, Arizona. This is my hometown, and by the way, it's spelled Prescott, but if you say Prescott, we know you're not from here. So Prescott like biscuit. Welcome.
Lonely, lonely, lonely bodies. Dancing to the stereo. Wherever we wanna go, wherever we wanna go.
So I am incredibly blessed to be able to help families move to Prescott all the time. I think that most families move to Prescott because of the small town feel. We're super small and yet we're super close to awesomeness. So, you know, we're about an hour and a half away from Phoenix. We're about an hour and a half away from Flagstaff. So we've got mountains for skiing and snow and trees. We're closer to Phoenix for some warm weather, but yet Prescott, it's about a mile high. We have trees. It's just an amazing area to live. I want to introduce you to to a very good friend of mine who's going to come in and talk a little bit about our local market and give you an idea of what it looks to buy a home right now in Prescott. I'm super excited to introduce a very good friend of mine, Mr. Ronnie DiBenedetta. He is a local real estate agent with Better Homes and Gardens, Bloomtree Realty. Ronnie, how long have you been in Prescott and what brings you?
Oh my goodness. We moved here a little over 5 years ago. Drove through town, fell in love with it, I think is what most people do. Bought a house and stayed.
So you work with a lot of buyers.
I do.
And tell us about the local real estate market.
The local real estate market is kind of crazy right now. I do work with a lot of local buyers. We work with people within our community that are moving across it, and we also work with people that are retiring here, coming from out of state, out of city. It's just a wonderful community, wonderful buyers, and it's just great.
Can anybody buy a home right now here?
Absolutely, absolutely. They can buy a home. You just have to be ready to go. You have to be pre-qualified. You have to have your money in place. You have to have your credit in place. You have to be ready to go. You have to be ready to go without contingencies. Right now is a tricky time because we have about 300 homes on the market. And in a community that has about 125,000 people, that's not a lot of homes. Right now we're saying we've got about 4.5 to 5 buyers per listing right now.
Oh, wow.
So every listing that you're getting, there's multiple offers on, and you just got to hire the right agent that's going to get in there, put on those boxing gloves, and fight for it.
True.
You got to fight for it.
Yeah.
And you're fighting for it ahead of time, as well as fighting for it during the process of it. You use a local lender. That's the first thing. Second thing is knowing the inventory, building relationship with other agents, finding the right title company, finding the right inspection people. These are all things that go through the process that make it easy once you get it accepted to carry it all the way through to close. In the past, my job used to be to get you the good deal. Right now, my job is to get you the contract. So getting a good deal right now is about 5 to 10% over asking price.
Well, it's good stuff, man. Thank you so much. It's such an honor working with you.
Let's do it.
All right. Thank you so much for spending some time today with me in Prescott, Arizona. I know that it is a little tricky right now to buy a home, but that's why you have a really killer partnership of an awesome local real estate agent and an awesome local lender to help you get into your new home. As we move forward with our episodes, I want to introduce you to some of the incredible variety that we have, from pine trees to high-end luxury to golf communities. There's just so many options, ranch land, whatever it is that floats your boat, I guarantee you we have it. I look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of The American Dream.
When it comes to real estate, everybody's talking about this low inventory. Tammy Saul in Baltimore is going to help you understand how to deal with this inventory crunch.
Tammy Saul here in Maryland, and boy do we have a treat for you today. Today we're going to explore the most talked about real estate quandary that's taken the current market by storm, the inventory crunch. Guys, we've all seen it. Multiple offers on homes, buyers flooding the market, homes flying off the market at record speed, and price escalations unlike anything in history. What can you, as a buyer or seller, do differently to position yourself best in response to it? To answer those questions, I bring you to meet two industry experts, the county's single-family market specialist and Baltimore City's own multifamily and apartment expert for over 40 years. Let's go meet that first one now. Joining me today is Nancy Hulsman of the Hulsman Group of Coldwell Banker Realty, consistently ranks as one of the top teams in the Mid-Atlantic. Nancy, thank you for joining us. So, you've been doing real estate for over 35 years. You're an associate broker. You have seen it all. Yes. But the last 12 months are new for you. So tell us about this shift that's been taking place in the real estate industry.
Great. Well, it's an exciting real estate market, and the shift that's happening now is it's all about supply and demand. And with this low amount of housing, right now we are seeing really bidding wars, all kinds of concessions to the seller, and the buyer needing to be super prepared when they make an offer.
So Nancy, just last month, you had a listing currently under contract that underwent the fiercest bidding war that I have ever seen. 47 offers. Tell us about that.
We came on the market and we let it stay on the market for 3 days. Over 170 showings in those 3 days, and it produced 47 very aggressive offers for our seller.
What can buyers do to compete in a 47 offer situation.
Yes, because of this, you must be the most prepared buyer as possible. You want to make sure that you have done your homework as a buyer first, have gotten pre-qualified, know exactly what that home's going to cost you, and how high you can make an aggressive offer.
Any last words of advice to anyone buying or selling a home?
You want to work with an experienced loan officer and you want to work with an experienced agent, because that is going to make or break your offer being accepted.
Nancy, thank you for being here today. Amazing information as always. Now, folks, we're going to take you to Baltimore City to understand how this inventory crunch has impacted the multifamily arena. Let's go there now. Here with me today is Ben Frederick III of Ben Frederick Realty. Now, Ben here has been specializing in multifamily and apartment sales for over 40 years, and he's here to discuss with us how the inventory crunch has impacted the multifamily home arena. Ben, what is house hacking? That's the word of the day.
This building has 3 apartments. Stephanie lives here in this lovely apartment, and she rents out the other 2 apartments. The income from that covers her mortgage. So here's an example of how the numbers work. If we take a property that's priced at $470,000, you can get an FHA mortgage with only 3.5% down. So you only need $16,000 in cash to get into a property like this. Next thing we do is we get a mortgage. So principal and interest payment on a mortgage for $470,000 is $1,792 per month. You have to budget for property taxes and insurance as part of your monthly payment. And then you also have to get FHA homeowners and FHA insurance on an FHA mortgage, $321 a month. Your total payment is going to be about $2,800. Next, we calculate the rental income. So in Stephanie's situation here, apartment number 2 rents for $1,250. Apartment number 3 rents for $1,400, and she gets $150 for one of the garages out back. So she's bringing in $2,540 per month in rental income from the other tenants. And to wrap it up, her mortgage payment is $2,828, so she writes a check for $2,828 to the bank. She collects $2,540 from the other tenants. So her cost of living in this beautiful apartment is only $288 a month. Works out pretty good.
Ben Frederick III with Ben Frederick Realty, coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland. Back to you in the studio.
From the Midwest to Texas, Michelle Castle's going to show us a fishing community in Lake Texoma.
Beautiful Lake Texoma, situated just 60 miles north of Dallas and 2.5 hours from Oklahoma City. It's known for its family fun, and it's really known for its great fishing. Today we're here with John Blassingame with Texoma Adventure Outdoors. Let's see what we can find. My name is Michelle Castle, and you're watching American Dream TV. So John, tell us, how long have you been fishing out at Lake Texoma?
Well, I've actually been fishing Texoma now for about 30 years, and this is my 25th year to guide.
Well, this is my first time.
Yeah? You never striper fished before?
I've never striper fished before.
It's a lot of fun. I love to take people out, and especially people that haven't done it. And it's a lot of fun because they always get so excited when they catch a fish.
All right, well, show me how it's done.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So Brandy, I know that you and I both, as mortgage lenders, have a lot of folks moving in from out of town. We have small schools, but there's some cool opportunities, such as a fishing team in our local schools. I mean, and I know your son is on the team.
Yeah. So not only is Pottsboro known for its academics, because I mean they just excel. It's just it's unbelievable. But yes, they also have a fishing team, and it is for 9th to 12th graders. And we have, I believe there's 5 teams for Pottsboro, and 3 of the teams are actually going to regional. I mean, it's a pretty cool deal. You get scholarships. I mean, that's so cool. Scholarships for fishing. Scholarships for fishing. Love it.
What a great day fishing we had today with John Blassagame with Adventure Texoma Outdoors. Caught some big fish, caught some little fish.
Had a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun, and that's what we were going for. I have BJ Kirkpatrick with me today, the publisher of TexomaConnect.com. Check out that website so you can see all of the fun ways to enjoy Lake Texoma. But BJ's going to give us a couple of highlights on Lake Texoma.
Well, it's just a great place to live, to work, to play. It's one of the 11th largest lakes in the country, so there are hiking trails and biking trails, equestrian trails, great places just to observe nature.
Water sports of all kinds.
All kinds of water sports. And it's affordable. It's one of the most affordable resort areas in the country.
I love the lake life. And speaking of affordability, you really, I mean, houses in this area started about, what, $250 or so at the lake?
Right. And if
go
you
on
just,
up from there.
If you just want to come up for a getaway or a vacation, our vacation rentals with Airbnb and HomeAway and some of the private owners here are very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And they offer you an opportunity to experience all that the lake has to offer.
Lake Texoma. We're going to feature Lake Texoma for a couple of series, so stay tuned for the next show of American Dream TV.
And if you want to know more about lake life, visit TexomaConnect.com.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream. I've been your host, Craig Sewing. Don't forget, if you want to follow this show and breathe oxygen into these positive stories, find us on Facebook. Until next time, cheers to your American Dream.
Welcome back to The American Dream.
Let's get this show started right now.
I don't think they heard me the first time.
Does this ever get old? A national TV show centered on real estate, lifestyle, and culture.
There's never a day that I don't love hopping on my cruiser, taking a spin around the bay.
Yeah, you know the